Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Big day today because we have week 2 of the Battle Hub Draft League Season 7. So, this is actually our first game of the season. As you guys recall, we ended up getting a forfeit victory last week. And so, yeah, we are playing our first actual game this week, and it is going to be against Ray, an individual who is obviously considered one of the best players we've seen in the Battle Hub Draft League. I believe this is our 6th match against him, so we're going to go ahead and get the match on its way here. Definitely a little bit concerned going into this match based on how our teams match up on paper. Definitely spent a lot of time thinking about this match. I'm not sure if what I came up with will, in fact, lead to success, but we're going to go ahead and find out. So we are searching for him at the moment. So yeah, it's just waiting on that. So yeah, still searching. So there we go, we got him. So IGN is going to be Ray, of course, and so yeah, let's take a look and see what he has in store for us. We already know he has Terra Grass, Moltres, because he disclosed that. So he's also got Terrapagos, obviously. He's got Azumarill, and he's got Jirachi, and he's got Weavile, and he's got Weezing. So this is pretty much the exact team that I was actually anticipating. This is actually everything I thought he would bring to this match is what we're looking at right now. Now, whether we can do anything about it or not is a different story. I did make up my mind that I wanted to lead with Alolan Ninetales in this match, so that is what I am in fact going to do here. So yeah, I don't see anything on his side that changes that math, because as I said, this is pretty much the exact team that I was expecting him to bring. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get the match going and see what we can do about it. Definitely going to be an uphill match here, so let's just try to bunker down and focus and do our best. Alright, so he is going to go ahead and lead, of course, with the Terrapagos, as I kind of assumed he would, as we lead with the Alolan Ninetales. So he's going to go ahead and obviously Terra Shift to go into the Terrastal or standard form Terrapagos. We get the Snow to make it Snow. I'm not sure if that means he's faster or not, because the Terra Shift went first. But I think we want to try to take this opportunity to set an Aurora Veil up. I think that's our play. The only way he could be faster than us is if he's Scarf, so that'll be good information. But either way, I think we set the Aurora Veil up here as we do go first. So we get a nice Light Clay Aurora Veil, which will last for 8 turns unless he gets rid of it, as he is going to go ahead and fire off a Stealth Rock in return. Go ahead and get those hazards up on us. So I kind of assumed he would do that as well. So I kind of expected this to be more of a defensive Terrapagos set here to try and counteract my Spectrier, which I did not actually even bring this week. I feel like we fire off a Blizzard here just to break the Terra Shell, so that is in fact what we're going to do here. He's probably leftovers, so we'll probably get some back from that, but we want to break that thing as quick as possible, because otherwise we're not going to be doing any damage to this thing with anything we do. So he does have the rocks on us, so we have to worry about that. We do have boots on Talonflame, so we're not super worried about it, but we definitely do want to get rid of those if possible. So of course we go Blizzard. Terror Shell is going to activate to make it not very effective, so we get a little bit of chip damage on him as he goes for a Toxic, which is kind of fine. That is going to poison our Ninetales and decrease its staying power, obviously, on the battlefield. So he looks to be definitely a Stall-y set here. So now the question becomes, does he, as we took a little bit of poison damage there, does he go for an attack here, or does he switch? I feel like he does have a lot of viable switches to us, so I kind of want to switch myself here. He obviously could be packing the fire move, but I feel like he probably could switch to Jirachi at this point. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I really do want to get rid of the Stealth Rock first, if at all possible. But in another way, I'm not sure what to do here. And he didn't actually, I think he's got to be Boots. I am going to make the switch to Scissor here, actually, because I think he's probably Boots because he didn't regain HP with his for any leftovers there. So we'll switch into Scizor here as we take the Stealth Rock damage, and he is going to go for a Toxic again, actually, interestingly enough. So that's not going to hit us, obviously, because we're Steel type, so that's an interesting play. So we have a little bit of a choice to make here. We can go Knock Off and get a big shot off on something, or we can defog the rocks away. I'm not sure what's more beneficial in this situation, quite honestly. This thing is probably going to outspeed us because we don't have speed investment. If he has a fire move on deck, I think we might take one through the Aurora Veil, but it's going to be close. I kind of feel like Stealth Rock getting the Stealth Rock off the board might be more important than knocking an item off, because we don't want Alolan Ninetales to take that residual chip damage. So we're just going to defog here. I think that's the play. So he stays in Flamethrower, so of course he does have it. We do barely tank it, so we're going to go for the defog, which is going to go ahead and get the rocks off the board, which is good. Now, we know pretty much his whole set. So unfortunately, that's not great. Now, we have a little bit of a choice to make here because he obviously takes us out with another Flamethrower, but he may want to get the Stealth Rock up again. So I kind of want to knock off here just because if he doesn't Flamethrower, he probably Stealth Rocks, I feel like. Either way, it's kind of a deadly 50-50 for us. I don't think losing Scizor is the end of the world at this point because Scizor really doesn't match very well against his team. So I think we just click Knock Off here as he is going to. Okay, he does Stealth Rock, so I kind of figured he would do that. So he gets the rocks back up, which is going to be problematic, I think. We go for a big Knock Off, which is going to do some respectable chip damage and get rid of his Citrus Berry, so that's good. And the snow is going to be over as well. So the rocks are back up here, so he really has no reason not to go for a Flamethrower in this situation. So we're kind of in not a great spot right now because if we leave Scizor in, obviously we just get taken out, which sucks. What do we switch in with that's not going to take too much damage? I mean, we have a lot of switch-ins here that to a Flamethrower, so I kind of want to go into Rotom, actually, so I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to make the Rotom switch here, predicting the Flamethrower, because he could Toxic, that would kind of suck, but I don't feel like he does that. So we come in with Rotom here, we take the Stealth Rock chip damage, as he is going to Flamethrower. Okay, there's no reason for him not to there, so we do take minor chip damage off of that, not much through the Aurora Veil. So if he has no speed investment on this thing, I believe we have a little bit of speed investment on Rotom, so we're actually going to outspeed him here. And so a Choice Specs Volt Switch is really free in this situation because he has no electric immunity. I don't know how much damage, or I don't know, let me see here. He's probably a utility set, so would the Volt Switch knock him out from this range is the real question. And this is not a good time for my computer to be acting slow. Not a good time for my computer to be acting slow. Not a good time at all. Oh shit. Let's Thunderbolt. Almost ran out of time there. He does stay in. Can we get him with the Choice Specs Thunderbolt? It's not quite enough to take him out, but we do get a Para, interestingly enough. And he does get to break through the Para to Toxic us, so that really sucks. So that I would have really preferred Rotom not to be Toxic there. So He is so, it looks like he's so defensively invested that we would have actually had to go Hydro Pump to knock him out, so we could have done that. But he doesn't really have a switch into a nice Choice Specs Thunderbolt here, so we're just going to go for it again. Yeah, if he decides to try and save this thing, he's going to take big damage on something else. So I kind of doubt he tries to save this. Yeah, I really would have preferred my Rotom not to be toxic there. So we could have gone Hydro Pump to try and take him, but I guess we could have Volt Switched too. He does to stay in and let us take him out with a Thunderbolt. So Terrapagos is down, so that's good. And he goes down to 5. So that is, we do get First Blood on him, which is nice, but Rotom being poisoned actually is a little bit of a problem for us as the Aurora Veil wears off. So I really would have preferred to not have Rotom poisoned. So kind of not happy about that. So we'll see what he wants to bring in response to that. So it is going to be, that is probably the Moltres. Yep, there's the Moltres. So that thing comes in. And so this thing is Terra Grass, we know that much, so we certainly don't want to stay in here. So I think we definitely just switch to Goodra here. I think that's our play every time, is just switch to Goodra on this thing. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, I'm definitely disappointed that Thunderbolt wasn't enough to take the Terrapagos. I guess we should have Volt switched. So we didn't want to, because we didn't want to get poisoned on the Rotom, but I guess it is what it is. There's really nothing we can do about it at this point. So, but we do have the Terrapagos gone, which is good news. So we can, the rocks are up, so if we get an opportunity to get the rocks off the board, then they'll be gone for good. If we can get that opportunity, although I don't know if we'll be able to, because Scizor is very weakened at this point. But we're going to go ahead and switch in with the Goodra right here and see what he wants to do. We do take the Stealth Rock damage, of course, as he is going to go ahead and bust out his Terra. So he very well could just be trying to nuke us here with a Terra Grass, like Terra Blast or something. That would be best case scenario since we are Sap Sipper on the Goodra. But he goes Terra Grass, of course, on Moltres, and he is going to fire off a Brave Bird instead, which is going to do a crap ton of damage to us as he takes some recoil. So looks like he is a physically offensive Moltres, which is actually a real problem for us. So that actually hurt quite a lot. That is not good. So yeah, that is bad. Could that be Choice Band damage? Could that be Choice Band? I don't know. Is my computer going to be fast enough for us to find out? I don't know. I feel like that could be Choice Band, honestly. Choice Band damage. I feel like Goodra is probably cooked at this point, unfortunately. Let's just click Flamethrower. Oh, we outspeed him. Okay, so our speed investment pays off there. We hit him with a big Flamethrower. Not quite enough to take him out, though, as he hits us with a Brave Bird, which gets a crit and takes us out. So we actually were EV'd on the Goodra to outspeed this thing if he ran no speed investment. So that was beneficial. So now we have a big choice on our hands. Now we have a very big choice on our hands. Because this thing is chipped, obviously. So do we take the opportunity to finish this thing off as we lost Goodra? Do we take the opportunity to finish this thing off is the real question. So if Goodra, you know what? If Goodra outsped this thing, that means Rotom's going to outspeed this thing too, because we have the same speed investment on Goodra that we have on Rotom. So we're going to come in with Rotom here because we know that Rotom outspeeds this thing, because Rotom has the same speed as Goodra. So we're going to take another round of Rocks, which sucks, and we definitely just Volt Switch here because we should 100% outspeed this thing. If he tries to save this thing, he's going to take massive damage on something else with a Volt Switch because he has no electric resist. So that is positive. He does stay in, so we definitely grab the KO. Yep, from that range, we definitely grab the KO with the Volt Switch, so that's good. So Moltres is down, and his Terra Captain's gone. So that is a big boon important to us for sure. So now we have to decide what we want to come in with in this situation. And so we don't have the greatest of options at this point, ladies and gentlemen, that's for sure. Because we could either come in with Ninetales and take another round of rocks and poison damage, which we certainly don't want to do that. We could come in with Talonflame. We could come in with our Ting Lu. We could come in with Scizor. I don't think we're going to get the opportunity to defog. I definitely don't think we're going to get the opportunity to defog in this game, and now I'm super worried about that Azumarill. So I think... what do we do here? Let's do Ting Lu. So I'm going to do Ting Lu because either because we knocked him out with a pivot, he is going to get to choose the matchup on us regardless, but the only good thing is with coming in with Ting Lu is that we'll take the Stealth Rock damage and then we'll heal that damage off immediately with the leftovers. So that was our logic to that play, but the unfortunate situation here is that he is going to get a matchup against us no matter what. So yeah, so he is now going to come in with the Azumarill. So this is what we were afraid of. So I feel like we don't have the luxury of switching out against this thing. I feel like we have to attack this thing, because if we don't attack this thing and it gets a belly drum off, we're going to be in serious trouble to the point that I think the game is over, actually. So I don't want to miss a Ruination. Like, that's the... I mean, Ruination, I think, would do more damage than Earthquake, but I really don't want to miss a Ruination. That would be devastating. So this is not ideal. Well, actually, no, Earthquake would do a little more damage, I think, depending on his spreads, I think Earthquake does more. So yeah, we'll go Earthquake here. He goes Liquidation. I think we take one. Yeah, we take 50%, which is a lot of damage, and we take a defense drop, which is miserable. We do fire off an Earthquake in return. Does over half, so that looks like an offensive Azumarill, I think. So we get some HP back with the leftovers, which is good. So Liquidation, and we didn't see an item. So Liquidation did, yeah, so he is not... I don't think he's banned. I'm not sure what item he could be, but I know that he is not... Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, because he did just a little over 50% to us, so I don't think... if we stayed in, that would be a terrible risk, and I don't want to lose Ting Lu like that because it's our best way to stop the Jirachi and the Weezing. So we don't want to lose Ting Lu. I think we have to give this thing something, and I think we probably have to give it Scizor at this point, even though I really don't want to lose Scizor because it's great for the Weavile, but I don't think we have much of a choice here. So we're going to switch to Scizor because we cannot afford to lose Ting Lu like that right now. So we'll come in with Ting Lu, or we'll come in with Scizor. We're barely going to survive the Stealth Rock damage here, as he is going to Liquidation again. So he does get rid of our Scizor. He is going to take some Rocky Helmet damage on the way out, which is good. But Scizor is down. We go down to 4. So now the question is, that thing is definitely not choice banned because that would have done way more damage. So I think our play here is to come in with Rotom. So we know, again, we're actually EV'd with this Rotom to outspeed. We're just getting eaten alive by the Stealth Rocks, unfortunately. We should not be within Aqua Jet range at this point. So I think we definitely just Volt Switch. I don't think there's any reason not to. So yeah, we're just going to Volt Switch here and see what he wants to do. But yeah, we should not be within Aqua Jet range. Even if he was banded, we wouldn't be within Aqua Jet range here. So does he try to save the Azumarill? Because Azumarill could be a huge Achilles heel to us with the Talonflame. Because Talonflame's really like our big win con at this point. yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens here. So he could leave Azu in to sack it, or he could switch to save it. We don't know. But I think we made the right play either way, because if he stays in, Volt Switch definitely takes him out. Okay, he does switch, so that's not terrible for us, because we're going to get some momentum here, and he's going to switch in with, that is going to be the Weavile, so that's actually completely fine. Pressure comes into play. We get a nice Choice Specs Volt Switch on this thing, which should do a lot of damage. Yeah, it nearly takes the Weavile out, which is amazing. And now we have to decide what we want to come in on the Weavile. So we know Weavile outspeeds us, that's for sure. So the open question is, do we do Ninetales and try to get an Aurora Veil up? Because that is pretty much our win con, but we, in a way, don't want to do that because the Weezing is not chipped enough, I don't think. We could do Talonflame, because the thing is, we know, unless he's Scarf, which he could be, we know Talonflame outspeeds him. So it's got to be either Talonflame or Ninetales here. I feel like it's got to be Ninetales. Because we do have the resistance to both this thing's stab moves. So I think it has to be Ninetales. So we're going to take Rocks and Poison, which sucks. We do get the Snow up, which is something. And then I think we reset the... I think we have to try and reset the Aurora Veil. I think that's our best play here. So that's what we're going to do. We know he outspeeds him. He goes Poison. Oh, he's got the Poison Jab. We do take it, though. We do take it. Ninetales hangs on and gets an Aurora Veil off. Thank you, Ninetales. That is amazing. So we are going to take another round of poison damage here, and I think that does finish us off. Yeah, so Ninetales 100% did its job there. That is amazing. So we know he's Poison Jab. But that means, based on how little damage that did to us, I feel like... I'm not sure. But we got the Aurora Veil for 8 more turns, which is huge. Could he be Scarf based on that poison, based on that damage? Could he be Scarf? I don't know. I feel like we have to come in with Talonflame here, right? Yeah, I feel like we have to come in with Talonflame here. So he still has Jirachi and Weezing still at full HP, which is a problem, but we'll come in with Talonflame. We don't take the rocks because we have boots. So the question is, I feel like I feel like I don't want to Swords Dance because that Weezing is just too healthy, and I have a feeling that that's max Phys Def Weezing for sure to try and handle whatever physical attackers I have. So I think we probably just Flare Blitz here. I think that's the play. Yep, let's Flare Blitz. We can't Swords Dance right now because we would need like 2 Swords Dances. So we need some chip damage on the Weezing first. And also we don't want to get too chipped from this thing attacking us if he chooses to attack us. So he does stay in. We do outspeed him and catch him with the Flare Blitz. So he wasn't Scarf, which is good. But we definitely didn't want to take give him an opportunity to set up. So the Weavile's down, which is great. We are going to take some recoil damage, but that is going to put us down to put him down to 3 Pokemon. So this is definitely a fight for our life here, as now he is going to come in with the Weezing. So this thing is definitely going to be the bane of my existence when it comes to trying to win this game with Talonflame, because this is there's no way that this isn't max Phys Def Weezing in my mind. There's just no way. Like it has to be max Phys Def Weezing, which is a real problem. I would switch in with Rotom, but I don't want to take a shot, although through the Aurora Veil it might be okay. There's also a chance he goes Toxic here, which if we can come in with Rotom on the Toxic, that would be great. What does he do here? We have to switch, but do we switch to... What we switch to is an open question right now. I think... Because if he goes Toxic, that would be miserable if we switch Tinglu in on a Toxic, that would be terrible. Let's go Rotom. It's a risk either way, but I feel like Rotom is the right play. Because we don't want to switch Tinglu in on like an incoming Toxic or something. So there's Rotom, we take the rocks. What does he go for? He goes Gunk Shot. Damn, we should have won. We survive, but we get taken by the poison damage. Damn, we should have gone into... We should have gone into Tinglu. That was our deadly 50-50 misplay. We should have gone into Tinglu there. So that's unfortunate. We'll go into Tinglu now. So he took us with a Gunk Shot. So yeah, not great. We didn't see neutralizing gas, so we know this thing is Levitate. So at least I don't think we saw neutralizing gas. I don't think he stays in here, because I don't know that there's much he can do. Do we go Ruination or Stone Edge? I don't feel like he could stay in the Toxicus, that's true. So, let's Ruination. He does... Oh, he Will-O-Wisps us. Damn. That sucks. This fucking Weezing is going to be the death of me. So, he gets us with a Will-O-Wisp, which sucks. We get a Ruination on this thing, which I guess is something. So, we do get 50% off him with a Ruination, which is good. And he is going to be... oh, he's got a Citrus Berry, okay. So, the snow's going to stop. We get some HP with the leftovers, then we take burn damage. So this is unfortunate. So he's not quite in range yet. He's not quite in range yet. I think we have to. The being burned really sucks. He could now. I'm thinking there's a chance he could make a risk switch into the Azu here to like predicting another Ruination. He could switch to Azu right now, so I kind of want a Stone Edge. I feel like Stone Edge is the right play. I feel like Stone Edge could be the right play here. I mean, we could Stealth Rock. That's also another good play. We could Stealth Rock. Earthquake's too risky. That's for sure. What do we do? Oh, this sucks. This is a tough one. I feel like he doesn't stay in here. Let's Stone Edge. Oh, he stays in. Damn. Takes our leftovers. We go Stone Edge. Does minimal damage. Oh, man, this thing is killing. This Weezing set is really killing me right now. Gunk Shot, Willow, and Thief. Man, Gunk Shot, Willow, Thief. That is rough. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do at this point. How many more turns? I think we're not going to have enough Aurora Veil turns. We have 3 turns left with Aurora Veil. Azu can survive a Stealth Rock switch in, we know that much. I guess let's Ruination again. He stays in and goes Gunk Shot. Minimal damage. Can we hit another Ruination? Yes, we do hit another Ruination, which is good. That knocks him down a little bit. We just don't have a way to kill this Weezing, that's the problem. Yeah, I think we might be in trouble here. And he stole our leftovers with that Thief, that just sucks. So we know Gunk Shot, Willow, and Thief, we don't know his last one. Man, this is not a great spot to be in. Yeah, we definitely screwed up with the Rotom play, and that's probably going to cost us the match against this guy. That one misplay. I guess... We have 2 more turns. I think he's chipped. He is chipped enough now, though. We have 2 more turns. This sucks. I don't think putting having Stealth Rock up would make a damn bit of difference at this point. Let's just Ruination again. He's going to keep spamming Gunk Shot. He does miss. We're going to go Ruination. He's just stalling out our turns, unfortunately. Yep. Yeah, this is unfortunate. We don't want to switch Talonflame into an incoming Gunk Shot. That's the problem. I guess let's just throw our Stealth Rock up. He actually misses another Gunk Shot. Now, I really wonder if he would he have missed these Gunk Shots if we actually switched into Talonflame. I feel like he wouldn't have. Yeah, he's going to get more HP than the Leftovers, which is what it is. We are going to take more burn damage, so we're slowly dying, which is not great. Aurora Veil is done, which sucks. I guess let's Ruination again, because I feel like he's committed to staying in with the Weezing. So we actually do take one more Gunk Shot. We get a Ruination, which knocks this thing well within range. Then another attack will take him out. A Talonflame attack will take him out, no questions. We actually do not survive the burn damage this time. Okay, so Ting-Lu goes down. We are down to just one Pokemon. So the weight of the world is on Captain Falcon, the Talonflame. So here's the problem that we have right now. So the problem we have is that we know we take this thing down easily with an attack. We know we take Jirachi out easily with an attack, unless it's Scarf, in which case we're cooked. Anyway, can we take an attack from a Azumarill is really the only open question at this point. We don't have time to Swords Dance, so we're just going to Flare Blitz here. We know we outspeed this thing easy, that's no problem. Flare Blitz certainly takes the Weezing down from that range, no questions asked. Knocks him down to 2 Pokemon. So the open question, as we take that recoil damage, the open question is, do we take an attack from Azumarill? So he comes in with Jirachi, and he takes the rocks, and so we might as well, since we have it on deck for max power, we're going to go ahead and bust out that beautiful Terra Stellar and click Flare Blitz here and hope to God that he's not Scarf. That's really the only open question at this point, because we know we outspeed this thing, no problem. He's probably just hoping that we chip ourselves enough from this attack, which we may very well do, that an Aqua Jet from Azumarill takes us out, but we really have no other play at this point. So that's what we have to do. So there we go. There's Terra Stellar Talonflame on tap. We outspeed. We go for a Flare Blitz. He's got the Resist Berry. He's got the Fire Resist Berry of all things, ladies and gentlemen. And because of that, he does survive. Because of that Aqua Berry, he survives. We take some chip damage on the recoil. He goes Psyshock. How much damage does that do to us? Not quite enough to take us out, actually, interestingly enough. So that is interesting. So now we're screwed, unfortunately, because now we're in a situation where if we go for the attack, the recoil is going to knock us out. And if we roost, I think that we don't survive a Psyshock from this thing. So, I mean, I guess it's just a question of whether we want a 2-0 or a 1-0 loss to this guy. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we just want the 1-0 loss, right? Because I don't think there's... I mean, we could roost and hope to live a Psyshock, but I guess that's just a losing game to play at the end of the day. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just do it. Let's roost, just to see what happens. Let's roost. Because we guaranteed lose if we go Flare Blitz, so let's just roost. And we go up to about over 50%. I don't think we take this Psyshock, though. No, we don't take it. Yeah, I figured we wouldn't. So unless that first one was like a low roll. So, yeah, that's really disappointing. So, that's going to be game. So we are going to lose that one 2-0 to Ray. That was a solid match, though, top to bottom. We could have just taken ourselves out with a Flare Blitz at the end, but I guess we made the... I guess it wouldn't have mattered in the long run, because we know we couldn't have taken an Aqua Jet from Azumarill anyway from that range. But yeah, of all things, he has a Fire Resist Berry for some reason on Jirachi. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, we lose to the Fire Resist Berry, which sucks. So, but I guess there's not much we can do about that. So that was a solid match, top to bottom. I definitely feel like we could have won that had we played a little better. Unfortunately, the Rotom play cost us for sure. The Rotom play definitely cost us. But yeah, it was a close one. So, but it is what it is. Solid match. So thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you. Oh, well, of course, I almost forgot to mention this drops the Pidgeys to a 1-1 record, of course. But, you know. Yeah, that is it, and we'll see you next time.